This is Shady Elkassas, the Director of Innovation at AlIttihad National Private School, AlAin. As a science educator, we have a lot of challenges, especially when it comes to applying the NGSS, the next generation science standards, in our classroom. Applying a 3D or three-dimensional instructions needs not only an awareness of the three pillars of the NGSS Performance Expectations, such as the science and engineering practices, disciplinary core ideas, and cross-cutting concepts. One of the capstones of applying the meaningful NGSS instructions is to promote scientific investigation in a practical context. Are you struggling with science experiments and lab equipment? Do you want an affordable lab in your pocket? Do you want to empower a rigorous scientific investigation and data collection in your classroom? We found the solution: PocketLab. PocketLab is the answer. Why PocketLab? PocketLab has a lot of sensors that serve a lot of concepts in physics, engineering, biology, chemistry, and physics. But the one that I'm going to explore today is the PocketLab or Voyager PocketLab. It's a very small sensor that has very tiny structures that really can fit into your pocket. So as you can see in here, it's a very small sensor, and it has, first of all, an on and off button in here. And it has an LED indicator, which is in here. And actually, when you switch it on, the LED indicator tells you that it is on and it is collecting data. Also, it has the humidity port, which is in here. And it has an infrared ranger, and this is the infrared ranger in here, this part. Also, it has an X, Y, Z, or it has an axis orientation built in inside the sensor itself. How can you collect data using Voyager PocketLab? This is what we are going to explore together now. Stay tuned. So let's explore the PocketLab. PocketLab Voyager is a very small sensor, as you can see, and it has an LED light that is blinking. Below the LED light, you can see the humidity port, and below the humidity port, this black dot is actually a light sensor, and this is an infrared ranger, this black big port, and it has a temperature jack in here. Whenever you want to measure any temperature, you can attach the Voyager temperature sensor to it, and then you can measure your the temperature. In order to record data, first of all, connect your device with Bluetooth, and once you do that, you can open the PocketLab app. The PocketLab app is available in the Play Store and App Store as well. So you can, first of all, we need to connect the PocketLab. We press connect PocketLab, and it is appearing in here. I need to click that, and the magic starts. So as you can see, it begins to read the data. In order to choose what kind of data you need, to press on the this graph, the one in the middle in here, and then you can choose what kind of physical quantity you want to measure. So you want to measure acceleration, you can measure any kind of physical quantity, magnetic field, velocity, altitude, pressure, altitude, light intensity, temperature, and humidity, dew point, heat index, and a lot of physical quantities. So let's say that I have chosen to measure the acceleration. And as you can see, it measures the acceleration in 3 dimensions, X, Y, and Z. In order to record the data, there is an interesting feature in the PocketLab, which is switching the video on, so you can see the sensor itself while recording the data. So this is a wonderful feature in PocketLab. And also you can minimize it so you can see the data and the video itself. This is a wonderful feature in the PocketLab. So let's say that I want only the x-axis to measure the acceleration. I switch off the z and y, and now it measures the acceleration on x-axis. But if I wanted it to measure it on the y-axis, I just need to switch off the other two axes. But if I wanted to read the data in 3 axes, X, Y, and Z, I just switch on all the axes, and then I can track the data and read them. Let's say that one of your students is conducting an experiment and you need the student to record the data. So by pressing on this red record button, the student can record the data. And as you can see, the data is being collected on X, Y, Z. Of course, here we are recording acceleration and it is measured in meters per second square. And then once you stop the experiment itself, it is recorded. Then the student can share the experiment with you using any kind of required data he can share, or the student can share the data itself, or share the video, share combined video and data, or share the graph snapshot. It's a wonderful tool that will ease conducting experiments in your classroom. Of course, there are many features in the application itself. This is, if you click here in this on this ruler, you will find a range of units. You can use different units using this wonderful app. Also, you can check the type of by clicking on the settings in here. You can go directly to PocketLab activities, the PocketLab website, the support, and so on. This was Shady Elkassas, the Director of Innovation at AlIttihad National Private School, AlAin. I really hope that this video was beneficial for you. Please, if you have any questions, any concerns, you can post them as a comment to this video. Have a wonderful day.